Hey fans, and welcome back to Cardinals Game Day. First, I want to give a shout out to Valerie Lopez for filling us last week's with the torn ACL. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a franchise player right there. Thanks, Val.
Thank you, Chris. It definitely wasn't the same without you. And we're glad to have you back. Moving on with the show, let's look back to last Sunday's game versus the old Lone Star Conference rival, the Abilene Christian Wildcats. First off, the game was supposed to be played on Saturday afternoon on American Sports Network. However, Mother Nature will have other plans. Dropping large amounts of rain in the Alamo City, rescheduling the game to Sunday. The Cardinals will come out firing, scoring 10 unanswered points. The TD strike involved a 14-play, 89-yard drive to get their Cardinals their 6th.
In the third quarter, the ACU offense would get going. The Wildcats would come out hot. It all began with DeAndre Brown sprinting down the field for a 70-yard run to tie the game up for the visiting team. Now in the 8-minute mark, Zach Lear would put 3 more on the board to put the Wildcats up for the first time in the game. UIW would respond with a 9-play, 49-yard drive to regain the lead. ACU would respond with another explosive play that went 75 yards to put the Wildcats up. However, this would be the last time the Wildcats would see the end zone. Right, Val?
You're right, Chris. In the fourth, the Cardinals would pitch a shutout and put 9 on the board to seal the homecoming victory. Helping the defense for the entire game was none other than Mike Tavaris. He had himself quite the game, 11.5 tackles and 1.5 tackle for loss. Olivia had the chance to speak with him after practice.
So, how does it feel to be the Game Ball Player of the Week again?
It feels pretty good. It means that I'm working hard and I'm consistent, so it's good.
Why do you think you deserve this title this week? What did you do that was so spectacular last week's game?
Well, I got a pass breakup, and that's something I haven't done since week 1, and it was on a 3rd down, and it was going to help us get off the field. So, I think that's a pretty good play for me.
So why was this week's homecoming game so exciting?
Well, we got to play on Sunday. That was cool. It was different, giving the guys a little bit of a taste of how it's going to feel if they get the chance to play on Sundays.
Thanks, Olivia. Now this weekend, the Cardinals travel through the woods to play the Lumberjacks in Nacogdoches, Texas. The game will be a spooky one for the Cardinals. If you look at the Lumberjacks' record, they are currently sitting at 2-5 on the season. However, the Lumberjacks are 2-0 in their last 2 games, including an impressive win on the road versus the Southeastern Louisiana Lions, who are ranked number 21 in the FCS. Valerie?
The Lumberjacks trailed 20-0, but found a spark. Hunter Taylor came into the game and had a career night. He threw for 214 yards and 3 touchdowns to engineer the comeback.
During the last drive, Taylor went the distance. He put together a 16-play, 72-yard drive that sealed the upset victory in Hammond, Louisiana.
Chris, since you're in Minnesota last week, what will be this week's keys of the game?
Well, that's a great question, Val. This game has trap written all over. The Cardinals are coming off an emotional victory versus their old rivals and will be going on the road versus a hot team. And oh yeah, the game is on Halloween. First key of the game will be play the Cardinal way. They put together impressive drives in the first quarter versus the Wildcats. They're going to need to have the same dimension in this game to take the crowd out of it. Second, hold on to the ball. Last weekend, the Cardinals fumbled the ball 3 times and gave it away once through an interception. Luckily, the Wildcats only converted with all 3 points off turnovers. The Lumberjacks will look to do differently. Now, this weekend's game has the potential of becoming an ugly one. There's thunderstorms in the forecast, which means that this game has the potential for becoming an ugly defensive battle. It will all come down to which team executes the best in the elements, and we'll see who can secure the victory.
Thanks, Chris. This game sounds like it could be a scary one. Kickoff for this weekend's game is at 3 p.m. and will be streamed live via ESPN3. As always, the game will be also called on KUIW Sports Radio with Chris Reyes and Ivan Perez.
Also, just want to throw in some keys for Halloween night. Trick or treat, share all the candy. We'll see you next week, and let's go Cardinals.